tournaments, like, oh, they beat this player. Like, oh, this random person that we've never heard of before, at least from the U.S. side of things. I'm sure there's a couple people like, Rose Bloom and whatnot who are like, oh, I've been tracking these people forever. But they're like, oh, yeah, they beat Kameme and Zachary to make top 8, and this is the first time we've seen their name at all.
Because, yeah, I think that, like, I'm not super familiar of the depth in, like, outside of North America of, like, the Canadian and Mexican scenes as well, but I don't know if that same depth exists there, and certainly the same thing in Europe. I think we just more hear about those really, really top-level players, but here we're going to see a matchup that for sure Sparkle is familiar with. I'm curious on the heroes in BC.
Yeah.
I don't know of them.
I don't know. Speaking of, Ouch will be at my sumo. That'll be interesting. I'll be excited to see how he does in Japan. But right now, we're going to see him against Sparkle. Still has the rest of this term to kind of play on out. Sparkle we saw a bit earlier, clutch it out against Seesaw Game 3. Ouch we haven't seen yet so far, but Ouch, wow, already racking up a lot of damage, keep the pressure on. This is where things get a little scary. Able to get that jab reset after the tech.
Yeah, and just they're starting off. This is going to look like a pretty scrappy one. Obviously, Ouch with the Wolf is going to want to be in your face, hitting you with nairs, hitting you with fairs, and confirming into all the cool, good old back air call out there. But yeah, I think this is going to be a scrappy one, and of course, you always got to be a little concerned if you're Sparkle about the potential for that Shine to throw that giant whatever spell back in your face with that multiplier tacked on top.
It's also one of those things where Ouch is just constantly moving. The pressure he exudes on this stage is ever present, and Sparkle really needs to be careful, especially with his menu usage. Just doesn't want to get caught out by Ouch with one of these good combo starters, and able to visibility to find early stocks as well is like unmatched, at least with this character.
And you called out the movement, and to me that's what, if I had to talk about, well, if I can only choose one thing about Ouch, it is his movement that I think really sets him a world apart from other Wolves. Just every little micro movement and how precise he is with where he wants to be on the stage at any given time to set up for his options. Just the first time I watched him play, I was like, this dude just built different, and I bet in his training mode settings, he just goes in training, and I bet he just moves around the stage. And I know a lot of people probably do that, but he just looks different than other Wolves. I don't really know how to describe it. I wish Moxie was here. She'd probably be able to tell me, like, well, this is actually why he looks a little different.
Yeah, no, Ouch is just... It's insane how he plays at such a fast pace, and he just presses so many buttons, but with such just insane purpose. There's so much purpose behind everything this dude did.
DI living here to 175.
I might be glazing a little too hard, but it gets that dash attack right there. Able to seal that one out. Sparkle is just struggling to find this kill. Ouch is not putting himself into a position to really get caught by, like, a back air, a fair, or an up tilt. But that Zapple is finally, yeah, you were saying finally taking it out.
Wonder if he's even reading the menu, or if he's just saying, I don't really care. I am just kind of holding W on you and just keeping you in a constant state of just...
Bear, you are not getting room to breathe, ever.
Yeah.
You are not allowed to breathe.
Oh my god, what an option!
Reverse up B to catch the Kaswoosh. You don't have a hitbox on the hero rising itself.
That was a checkmate. That was a pure execution check from Ouch. I didn't even know that was option, but the second he set that up, I was like, there's nothing that he can do, because, yeah, like you said, when he was recovering, like, there's a big, huge flurry of hitbox protection around you, but then Hero's body is just being flung up into the air.
And you got nothing. You were getting caught by that upbeat, and especially, having to swoosh that low right there. Ouch is already prepped in position, gets it sent flying. I'm curious to see what adaptations Sparkle is going to need to throw on out here.
Yeah, I mean,
this is to make top 8.
This is
a lot. Yeah.
There was a lot of basically needs to figure out how to keep Ouch off of him, because it's just keeping in his just CQC and burst range at all times, never letting him get a chance to get Christmas tree started, not letting him get a chance to even get out a lot of projectiles. He's just forcing him to play with scrappy single-use buttons, and that's not how you want to fight as Hero.
Ouch just tech chasing is also phenomenal too. So Sparkle will get techs, will get caught out by a nair or a dash attack, but Ouch is usually always right there to answer with extra damage. And good juggle situation right here. Sparkle had a little bit of that damage boost, but Ouch quickly answers on back. No, it's mostly going to come down now to whoever gets this first kill. Cancels the menu, gets that turn around back air. Now things are looking a little interesting. Oh, tries to get some kind of read right there.
Yeah, there was some 40 chest going on there with those. Wow. Untechable?
Untechable. I mean, it was Oomph Bear, or a Psych Up Bear. And so that's where things are just like, you are not taking that. That is a boosted move. Oh, Dash just tries to get that walk-in grab.
He just, I know, just walked right up to him very menacingly. Just kind of walked up in neutral, just said, hello. All right, it's not going to quite be damaged yet.
Just Ouch resetting the situation again and again. Gets that little bit of that damage right there. Zapple off the ledge, calls out Sparkle.
Not quite going to kill, but almost. And then, like you mentioned, the reset, he got the knockdown, and I thought he might go for the tech chase, but he actually did just jump back and be like, I'm going to claim this space and make it so that I just keep you in the corner. With that being said, though, finally, Sparkle finding a projectile that can actually take a stock and taking his first lead of the set.
Yeah, kaboom. Zoom gets a little get out of jail free card there. You're not dealing with Ouch's ledge trapping. You just get sent straight to center stage. Be a fair on right there. Has the full charge fireball ready to play. That Eto, however, is going to seal that one. But full mana, a little bit of a 10% is some, but we're down to an even field. Sparkle is definitely finding better answers this time around. That uppy right there is scary. You didn't have any retreat. You didn't have any real place to go. Ouch was ready to rack up a quick 36. This is where things come into play. Rising fair, landing fair right there. Things are getting a little scary. Ouch.
Yeah. Oh, was looking to end his whole career right there, but not quite high enough damage for the RNG gods to favor Sparkle in that instance. Resetting back to neutral, and we're basically completely even. Wow. Ouch just knows where Sparkle's going to go. Just whenever Sparkle's trying to do any defensive option just to get away, he just seems to have a nair just perfectly positioned for him.
No way.
Whoa.
Crackle slash frozen and then bounced off the underside of PS2.
That's some unlucky game knowledge stuff there from on Sparkle, though. Just kudos to him knowing that, pulls up the spell book in that situation, knows to pull the trigger on that. And you know, like, he knew that that was going to happen.
Why does that move cover so much distance? It's so
I guess
big.
Hero needs it.
It hit the underside of the PS2. Why did that hit? That's ridiculous.
That's a once-in-a-set type scenario that you see that come out. And you could hear an audible reaction, too, from the crowd. They didn't know what was happening.
Ouch just had a big old smile on his face. I think that's one of the things that makes Ouch so interesting to watch in this game. Is this dude just loves playing Smash. And
and appreciates those kind of funny, zany interactions. Catalog that for later, just to know that maybe you have to delay, if that spell is on deck, you maybe have to delay your recovery slightly. Not that Wolf has a lot of time with how fast he falls, but oh wow, shield damage.
Wow, I was not expecting kind of the fair to be the option right there to catch on that platform. However, that F smash read, Sparkle has been getting a lot of roll-ins, and now she's really trying to decide to get a punish on that. However, not going to come to enough fruition. Still, though, this is where things get scary just because that. Oh wow! Jump off Zapple right there is actually going to get that kill. Sparkle, good little answer right there.
I don't know if he. I think Ouch might have had to be like almost mashing side B or something to get out of that. It looked pretty. I don't know if true is the right word, but it looked pretty. It's like one of those things where it's like, it's tough to get out of. You only got a few frames to pick your option before you're exploding.
Yep. No, I've been liking what I'm seeing. Wow, Dash can call out on that zoom landing. Get that catch actually just a little bit. The menu's not been coming out as much in this last 2 games. Sparkle's been really throwing out. Okay, I said that and immediately saw menu 3 times.
Yeah.
But, you know, the Zapple I was saying is definitely really playing in a lot. That's going to be Fireball, Fair, Accelerado leads to a lot of combos off that. Move has a lot of hit stun, has a lot.
And got the Christmas tree online. It's the holiday season here. Gonna see what he can get started. With this pretty meaningful lead here, 100% still to 0 on this second stocks, 2 apiece. Let's see if he can confirm a kill here. Oh, I don't blame him. You know, just take the damage he can get, throw something out there. He's way in the lead, so why not? Don't risk flubbing anything here when a lot of options. Yeah, up tilt's gonna kill.
Ouch just being a lot more reserved and choosy with this movement right now because Sparkle's been doing a fantastic job of stuffing out Ouch's approaches. You know, these kind of uppies out of shield and whatnot are really keeping Ouch at bay. You know, Sparkle's just been netting enough damage out of it. not quite fast enough or having enough distance to get the coverage that is really necessary to cover so. But
oh, I love the flash combos. We're going to have to see if Ouch is able to get something secured here, and is never too far behind. Always able to keep his cool, not allow any kind of deficit to affect his play, and just get these Wolf combos started.
Yeah, well, okay, I like that from Sparkle, you know, like going for the slow fall. I don't know why I felt like I was about to see a side B. I thought we were just gonna let a side B rip or something there.
Uh-oh.
This is scary. Oh, the down smash not quite enough. Has a bit of a buff right here. Sparkle trying to get that double menu. Up the outer shield sends Ouch flying. Get off me tool for sure. That laser is going to make it a ledge trap instead of a neutral in that corner. However, what are we going to see from Ouch to really close out this stock, because Sparkle still has options. Still has plenty of options to really close this one on his own favor. Yeah,
and bounce on deck for now means no lasers. Zoom just going to deliver him to center stage. This is a little scrappy situation with no MP on deck pretty much. So if you send Hero off stage, going to have to, yeah, I was going to say, just barely able to wait for it. He was able to wait for, I think he was able to get just enough MP to recover there, really keeping his cool there. I thought he was going to air dodge the stage, but just opted for the wait. But didn't matter, able to get the back throw, which, you know,
I think the first charge of the up B is like only like 4 mana, 3-4 mana.
I'm not familiar enough, but it was, he had to just wait a little bit to get that up B on deck. And then the Wolf back air, which it's kind of funny, like you don't usually associate generally with Spaceys having kill throws, but I feel like throughout the history of Ultimate, I've seen a Wolf back air does a lot of work for Wolf players. It's a high percentage kill, but people are afraid of Wolf hitting with other stuff, and then you get the grab at ledge fairly often, and it does a lot of work.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen it enough. It's like a 150, 160 typically, but the amount of times where I see them get that pivot grab where they kind of force you into like an awkward position on ledge, and then you just really catch people off guard.
Yeah, pretty scrambling off stage here.
Sparkle's sending with that dare right there, getting a little ambitious, but not quite yet out of it. Zoom right there. Ouch, really doing a great job of controlling this space. That's going to be a grab. Gets like 6 pummels there. It's a lot of extra damage. Just take that F-tilt to catch Sparkle as well.
And you think if all those pummels hadn't hit, would that F-tilt have killed? Probably, but I'm not 100% sure. You got to really be thinking about every one of those pummels if you're mash. Like, I feel like that was mashable, but yeah, I'm not sure.
Especially when you play a character like Wolf, you really do got to take that extra damage where you can get it. Just because, yeah, he does have a little bit of, especially against a lot of the characters in the current meta, sometimes can really struggle to get that right kill hit when you're not getting like Fair Bear or Fair Flash.
True, yeah. Wolf is as good as Wolf is. It's not that he struggles to kill, but maybe compared to other top tiers, you can sometimes find it a little tough. And that just, deleting him.
For sure. So, yeah, I mean, like, if people are not mashing out of your grabs, just get that 4 pummels. I mean, that's like 3% extra per pummel. And that's just, again, just gets each time. Just take the extra damage. Now you're in a better position to get a kill. The F-tilt is more likely to do it now than it was 20% ago.
Same thing with both those, I mean, just tacking it on with those extra lasers, and now we're 153 zoom, and the dash attack going to kill.
Absolutely gonna seal that one out. Okay, Ouch, just kind of playing it around, dancing around the movement there. Sparkle opting to get the Accelerottle on deck instead of trying to get an immediate hit using that Angel Plat invincibility. Ooh.
And really, at this point, Sparkle really playing from a deficit, really needs to have this be a super clean second stock. Oh my god, the combos here. I like the idea, but just going to be able to DI away from that and escape that Hail Mary of an option. Christmas tree on deck here.
Not quite. Kaboom is just going to get rolled on through. Sparkle in the end lag right there is going to get sent flying. Yeah, tries to get a little cheeky with that reversal.
That was cheeky as hell.
And that's going to be a better one that time. Send it flying instead of going to bounce up. But yeah, that up tilt, it's not safe on shield. You can't be doing that. I know Sparkle really is getting antsy to get this kill, but Ouch is really just ready for everything. Looking a little scary, 170%. That's just going to be a strong nair.
Yeah, strong nair is going to do it. And Ouch taking it 3-1.
No, overall, that was just a lot of really fantastic play from Ouch. I think that second game was definitely looking a little spooky, but coming off of that into the third game, I think Ouch really found the exact momentum and the answers that he was looking for, and just Sparkle was able to really recover.
And it was also whenever Ouch did get an opening to do any kind of platform combo extension, just like he's able to get these like 70 to 80% combos with Wolf, just finding them through different routes, subtly different routes at the side of the stage. And then once your opponent against Wolf is at that higher percent where you're like, oh god, now I have to start worrying about a stray back air killing me, just striking that fear into you, and just Ouch just doing a super good job of generally keeping stage control, exploiting his openings whenever he was able to find them, and just avoid getting cheesed out by anything too shenanigan-y by Hero. Like,
oh yeah,
Sparkle was having to find his kills a little bit more honestly than any of the other kind of things you maybe associate typically with Hero.